This is The Nervous System by Kobe Botello,
Kayla Kennedy,
and Emily McBride.
What does the system do? The nervous system controls everything. Info about your world, both external and internal, travel through the spinal cord into your brain. Your brain then interprets the information and decides the cause of action.
The nervous system has three main parts: the brain, the spinal cord, and the peripheral nerves. The brain is responsible for controlling everything in your body and sending messages to it also. How this works is, say you touch something hot, and then your peripheral nerves automatically send a message up your spinal cord to your brain, and your brain sends messages back to your peripheral nerves to pull your hand away. The two parts of your brain that control this function are the motor complex and the sensory cortex. The other parts of the brain are the frontal lobe, the partial lobe, the occipital lobe, and the other temporal lobe. The spinal cord directs and transmits information from the brain to the rest of the body. It does this by sending messages to the peripheral nerves. This allows you to move and function properly.
The Nervous System
By Brianna Quattromani,
Cambry Rhodes, and Dee Dee Tucker.
How many parts does the nervous system have? There are two main parts. These are the central nervous system
and the Peripheral Nervous System.
The central nervous system controls the brain and spinal cord. Meanwhile,
The Peripheral Nervous System sends information to the Central Nervous System.
Where is it located? The system consists of the brain, spinal cord, sensory organs, and all of the nerves that connect the organs with the rest of the body.
the nervous system works and controls every system in the body.
The diseases that can happen: the brain cancer with the purple arrow, Alzheimer's, which is losing your memory, which is the yellow arrow, and Parkinson's disease.
A disease that affects the nervous system is narcolepsy. Narcolepsy is a disease that deprives you of sleep. It's caused by wearing too much, and its symptoms include excessive sleepiness, sudden loss of muscle tone, hallucination, and sleep paralysis.
Schizophrenia is a mental disorder that causes you to hear non-existent voices in your head and causes you to think that people are plotting against you. It is caused by not properly exercising your brain and keeping it healthy. It is possibly hereditary, but scientists aren't sure yet.
Parkinson's is when your brain doesn't have enough chemical called dopamine because some nerve cells in your brain have died. There's no cure for Parkinson's, and the side effects are tremors, slowness, and rigidity, and it's very not easy to diagnose.
Fun stuff. There are more nerve cells in the brain than there are stars in the Milky Way.
100 billion neutrons in your brain alone.
The brain weighs 3 pounds.
And when you get older, you lose 1 gram per year.
Well, your brain.
Yeah, sorry.
The left side of the brain controls the right side of your body, and the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body.
The right side of your brain usually controls your creativity, while your left side knows right from wrong and is more of the stricter of what you learn.
The Endocrine System by Nathan Musquet. The endocrine system can make small processes happen, like cell growth, and can also be known to work with the nervous system and make hormones. How many parts does the system have, and what are they? The endocrine system has many parts. There are 9 parts in total of the endocrine system, and some of them are the pancreas, thyroid gland, and adrenal gland. Some others are the adrenal gland, pancreas, parathyroid, pituitary, and reproductive glands. The endocrine system is located throughout the whole body, from the head all the way down to the waist. The endocrine system has been known to work with the circulatory system, nervous system, and digestive system. Some diseases that can happen if the endocrine system is not taken care of properly is diabetes type 1 and 2, and also metabolic disorder, which metabolic disorder is when you may have too much or too little of a substance in your body, for example, iron or calcium. Another is hypoglycemia. This occurs when blood glucose drops below normal levels. Thyroid cancer is the fourth one. When the thyroid gland grows uncontrollably, eventually forms into a tumor. And for both type 1 and 2 diabetes, more than 21 million people have diabetes, and 1/3 of those people don't even know they have it.
The digestive system.
What does your system do? The digestive system moves and breaks down food into usable material. For example, it turns food into energy, and it also turns food into carbs, fats, proteins, minerals, and vitamins.
The digestive system has 5 parts. The mouth, which chews and breaks down food. Salivary glands, which chemically digest food with saliva. The stomach, which breaks down food mechanically. And the small intestine, which breaks down food and is absorbed. In the large intestine, water and material are absorbed and waste material is stored. In the diagram down here, we have the mouth, the stomach, the small intestine, and then the large intestine.
Today we're going to be talking about the digestive system by North Infante.
And Nate Harris.
Now before we begin with anything, I just wanted to remind you that you should write all the information down for your test next week. The first question is, where is the location of the digestive system? As you see in the picture, it's in the middle of the body, and it's an organ system, which means all the organs are collected.
The digestive system also works as a urinary system. This is because when the food is broken down, it comes out as a waste material. It also works with the muscular system and the nervous system.
The first disorder is bulimia, which is a disorder in which someone consumes food, then throws it up before digesting it. It affects the digestive system because it forces out the food before it gets digested.
Another eating disorder which may cause digestive disorders is anorexia. Anorexia is when you don't eat at all. And this affects the digestive system because it causes constipation, which occurs when the large intestine is not moving or is moving very slow. It also damages the liver, the stomach shrinks, and you may get stomach cancer.
And here are some disorders of the digestive system. One example is food or nut allergies, which are adverse or abnormal immune reactions to a food or food additive. And another one, as you see in the picture, peptic ulcer, which is a sore in the lining of the stomach on the first part of the small intestine. Excuse me.
Some interesting facts about the digestive system. The small intestine, which is in the system, when fully stretched out, measures up to 20 feet long. Meanwhile, the large intestine measures up to 1/4 of that. It measures up to 5 feet long in full length.
Another interesting fact is that the pancreas inside your digestive system lowers the acidity inside the small intestine and then breaks down the proteins, fats, and starches.
Some interesting facts about the digestive system is that 1.7 liters of saliva is produced each day. In the mouth, the food is either cooled or warmed to a more suitable temperature. Within 2 to 6 hours, all food is emptied into the small intestine. The large intestine is actually smaller than the small intestine. Every day, about 11.5 liters are digested, and adults can hold approximately 15 liters of food in their stomach.